What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Total Specialists. I'm at a new setup right now, temporarily. A lot's been going on over here, and I might have to make a video about that later. But anyway, hope everything sounds alright, is what my main point is. Had a top double at 6.5 RP for deadlifts. I picked 365. And let me tell you guys, it moved like garbage. I don't know if it was just because it was a big jump. I don't know what the deal was, but it felt trash. I think what happened was what I said last week came to fruition. I just got to this weight that was heavier than I had touched in a long time, and, well, things kind of fell apart. And my belt was actually digging into me on this back off set of 4 with 330s. That's why I had to adjust. But yeah, I mean, everything from the setup to the execution was garbage. It was just feeling very slow. I was feeling kind of weak today. I was feeling very inefficient. And I think that no matter what I do, this is kind of just going to be how it is until I shed some pounds, because I just think my body's in the way, Being this big, well, I mean, it's helping other things like my bench and my squat, but the deadlift is definitely suffering. And also, I don't know, I just, obviously I'm not really well built for it. My leverages are kind of pretty crap. T-Rex arms with small hands, short femurs, I'm basically all torso, and range of motion is 1.5 miles long. Compound that with being fat. It's a recipe for disaster when it comes to deadlift, but doesn't mean I'm going to stop pushing. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to get as efficient as I possibly can. But I really just believe that until I drop some pounds, this is going to be my life in terms of pulls from the floor. So, just going to have to get through it. But yeah, that 365, I don't even know if it was 6.5. It might have been closer to failure, realistically. Moving on to the safety squat bar squats. This is 245 for our first set of 4, and then we had 2 back off sets of 7. The safety squat bar is one of those lifts where when you unrack it, it feels super heavy on my back, to the point where I'm thinking, I don't even know if I can actually execute this properly. Like, am I about to overshoot? But then once I actually finish the set, I'm like, wow, that was really easy. Like, it was nothing at all. So yeah, that is 215 with 3 10s on the side. That is because I'm working out with a partner and, well, just wanted some efficiency here. But yeah, the safety squat bar is going to be one of those lifts where we're still going to just linearly progress until we're close to the RPE cap. Because honestly, I really don't know where I'm at on this lift. So it's kind of hard to judge. And that's it. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, that's it for today, because I had to leave. I had a party to go to that was scheduled at this time, that we had reservations for a place, and I just ran out of time. I didn't get to film anything else. I didn't actually do anything else. I literally left the gym after those safety squat bars. So, I decided to combine this day with the next day, which was the first day of the next week. A little confusing, but what you guys got to know is it's primary bench day, so we had 315 for our top set of 4, and RP8 on bench, and I feel very, very confident. I think I've shaken off a lot of the rust when it comes to the bench. It's not 100% not there, I will say, but while this 315 was for sure an RP8, I felt very strong and very confident that I could hit it. No problem. So I'm very, very happy with how my bench has progressed and how I'm feeling moving into this final week coming up here. So I'm glad to be sort of back on track. Now, I had to do something on the back downs that I had never done before, and that was I had to double drop. This is the second set of 4, and the fatigue was just setting in so much to the point where I feel like I hit the RPE cap, and that last set, 295, was in fact an RP8. So I dropped to 280 into the final 2 back off sets of 4 with 280, which, yes, was, kind of a bummer, but at the end of the day, I think it was the right call, and definitely much more manageable in terms of the fatigue. What wasn't the right call is the dumbbell incline press, which I screwed up royally. I had it in my head that for some reason, I had done 85s last week, so I bumped it up to 90s, and banged out 3 sets of 10 with 90-pound dumbbells, only to realize that I had actually just jumped 20 pounds. So, hooray for accidental PRs and accidental weight jumps, and that made this AMRAP set with 80-pound dumbbells, so we skipped 75s altogether. I got 13 on the AMRAP, fairly easy, no problems there, but I just can't believe that when I kicked up the 90s, I knew something was a little amiss because they were very heavy, and I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to press them. But once I banged out my first set of 10, I was like, okay, you know what? This might actually make sense. And real quick, we're going to talk about these chest supported rows. Moved up to 125 pounds in the top set. 6 reps was all I could manage before I hit the RPE cap. These were heavy. I think I mentioned before, but it's nice to hit the heavy rows. And when for the back off sets of rows, I finally got all the sets of 12 with 95s. So we'll be able to go up from there. I might chip them, or I might jump 10. I don't know. We'll see how it is. But yeah, back to the dumbbell presses. I'm really glad that I did it because it really proves that I have been underestimating my strength on the dumbbells. And I definitely might go up next week because after that is a deload. But I was very shocked when I kicked them up the first time because they were very heavy. And I was even more shocked that I was actually able to get 3 sets of 10 now that I think about it, because I think that's an all-time PR. I gotta check my logbook. Moving on to lat pull-downs. This lat pull-down attachment downstairs is really, really finicky. I don't like it at all. It's twisted. You can see that there's some sort of twist that's going on here. It makes the strength curve a little weird. I don't know why they attached it as such. I think it was the bar that was really weird just because the hook was in the middle, but it was such at an angle that in order to get the bar straight, you had to turn it. Anyway, I got 135, but it was weird, and I didn't like it. So I'll probably try to avoid this lat pull-down attachment moving forward. We got our giant set here. I got 2 sets of 14 and a set of 13 with 30 pounds. I did make the executive decision to not drop, just because there is a rep range that I can progress through. So I guess I'm just doing laterals with the 30s now. I didn't really see this coming because it's still heavy as hell. And unfortunately, the adjustable easy bar was taken, so I couldn't do preachers. So I had to do these alternating dumbbell curls. These are 27.5 pound dumbbells. These will not be in the regular rotation, but I just banged out 3 sets of 10 just because, that's the minimum range, and I don't really want to do 2 dumbbell curl variations. And I used to do this rotating variation all the time, so I try to do other variations to mix it up, at least for certain periods of time. And I screwed up on these press downs. I accidentally did 65 pounds again. So, accidentally made some gains in some areas and accidentally did the same weight in some areas. Anyway, that's it for this workout, guys. It's been hectic over here. I'm sorry if I sound off. I'll try to do better in the next one.